Peace. What up? This is Doc Blake with Ethereal TV, bringing to you the 25th episode of The Last Piece to the Puzzle. The motto for me is silver, gold, and cryptos equals freedom because they are decentralized assets and they're going to play an important part in the immediate, short-term, and long-term futures at hand. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I'll hop straight into the price action for y'all today. Currently, we have Bitcoin down to $9,415.41. Ethereum is at $240.93. And Litecoin is at $43.26. And I'm going to give y'all Chainlink drop down a little bit to $4.76. So it might come down a little bit more, but I think that Chainlink is going to play an important role. And let's remember, there's only a billion Chainlink. There's 7 billion people in the world, so literally there's not enough Chainlink for like each person in the world. Not even close, really, like 1/7 or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if Chainlink's going to play an important part in Ethereum's DeFi capabilities and things like that, and decentralized applications, then you might want to get some Chainlink. I think it's still very early. I think the price of Chainlink is very early as well. And I'm going to give y'all the price of Ethereum Classic at $6.33. And then we have gold is up to, wow, gold is like breaking all-time highs. Gold is at, let me see. I didn't mean to make that gigantic, but gold is at $1,779.83, and silver is at $17.92. Amazing. Silver still gets pushed down, but that's just going to make more people hop on gold and be like, told you so. See, gold is, you know what I mean? But we all know that gap has to close as far as the silver to gold ratio. So I think that it's still a great time, fantastic, the greatest buying time opportunity that silver has ever had in its lifetime. I mean, literally, there's never been, in my personal opinion, a better buying time to buy silver. Something's going on, man. Something is very, very mysteriously going on. And let's talk about a little bit about the Bitcoin price today. I know we didn't talk about it at all really yesterday, but I think that they're pushing Bitcoin down as much as they possibly can right now. I think that, and it's the same thing with gold and the same thing with silver. Maybe not so much gold actually, because gold has been allowed to kind of rise weirdly, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I guess a lot of people are going into gold. That's very understandable, especially in shaky times like that. But for this, just like the whole silver scenario where it's at, I mean, it's like, I think it's the perfect time to be purchasing silver, because you want to buy when things are low, right? Gold is like breaking its all-time high right now, basically, you know what I mean? So it's, I don't know if that, but I still feel gold has a very, very a lot of space to still move, and I feel like Bitcoin is kind of in that same category, where basically they like as a silver type of category, but nobody talks about Bitcoin silver in the aspect of like Bitcoin could be like silver, especially if silver is never used for a monetary metal again, you know what I'm saying? So like as far as like exchanging on a day-to-day basis, and I see that like on small terms, but I see silver also as like in the same category with gold and Bitcoin, and I don't feel that they can really push those things down, especially like Bitcoin right now, because Bitcoin, remember, is the absolute hardest currency on the planet. Bitcoin is extremely hard because we know exactly how many Bitcoin are going to come into circulation, right? That's the fantastic part about it. And so there's only one form of Bitcoin that will ever pass through the Bitcoin mining protocol. You understand what I'm saying? So make sure you have some real, like Mark Cuban says, that pure Bitcoin in your possession, because I think that this price, I mean, if you look at the Bitcoin market cap, it doesn't even make sense. I think all these numbers are lies. I think the Bitcoin market cap is much higher also than just by sheer calculations. You know what I mean? Like they say the market cap is, I mean, this is all computers and numbers now. They can basically do whatever they want. And yeah, so I would just never trust any of that. But yeah, it's time to get into the topic today. Let me see. The topic, or the title of this episode is "Turn the Faucet on Full Blast, Mr. President and Government and World Leaders." Yes, yes. For the countries that are still able to pour that money into the. But this is my only thing. Like, you have to pour the money, the modern monetary theory money. Let's pull up. They removed my pictures. Modern monetary theory money, pour it into the people's hands as well, and then you will see the economy and all those things. You will see great ideas start emerging, but make sure you're getting money into the hands of the people that need it. And for the people that are needing the money and have great ideas, make sure you're creating those ideas now, because as this thing starts to really reveal itself, exactly what just happened about 2 months ago, and we're still in the very, very early stages of this pandemic, potentially, because we don't even know what we're dealing with. Let's take all that into consideration. Let's say that, basically all the businesses that aren't able to support themselves are probably going to go under. But that's like destruction, right? Within destruction, great things are created, and that comes in the minds with the people. The people who lost their business need to go either start maybe the same business or similar. I don't know why you lost your business besides the coronavirus, of course, but I mean, and if business was great before then, I don't know what to tell people. I mean, but when the opportunity comes in this new modern monetary system, and make sure you're doing things to get your hands on this money, you're staying active. I mean, as far as like the money right now, because who knows when you're going to have to get a microchip to get like access to money and things like that. And, you know what I mean? Like, we hear all that crazy talk, we see it in movies and things like that, but who knows? You know what I mean? They might try to make they might try to take away certain rights in order to get this modern monetary theory that's being crazily pumped into the system, which is going to push the price of the real hard assets such as gold, silver, cryptos up. You know what I mean? They have no choice, because the people who know, the people in the crypto, you know what I'm saying, the crypto world, you know what I'm saying, we're like, every time we get extra cash, guess what we're doing? We ain't buying shit. I can tell you, Bitcoin people ain't buying nothing else right now but Bitcoin, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, gold people the same way, silver people the same way. We just see the big opportunity and where the future's going. And that's what I suggest to everybody. But if not, and you believe and you want to store your money in USD, that's fine as well. Just make sure you're creating and generating good ideas to present as this money gets poured into the system. I mean, because that's what's going on right now. They're bailing out every and anything. So make sure you're finding ways actively besides your 9-to-5 job. I mean, yes, that's great and all that, you know what I mean, and keep up the great work, but make sure you're creating your ideas, your dreams right now on with a pen and paper, and because the money is rolling in. You know what I mean? Like, Trump just came out and made an announcement. Matter of fact, I have that up. He says, and this was on Forbes, President Trump next stimulus bill will be very generous and announced in a couple of weeks. So I mean, he's talking about the next stimulus bill, or like hopefully checks for the people finally, you know what I mean, more checks, because Wall Street's been making out like bandits, these bankers been making out like bandits, and the people have only gotten 1,200. And there's people that amazingly like feel guilty for getting this money. You're in a really good position, and you know what I mean, I feel like you're speaking for yourself if you're saying that. You know what I mean? If you're saying you don't need that money or whatever, there's somebody that does, and that's the beautiful part. Like, so don't give it. Why would you give it back to the government right now? You know what I mean? They like man, don't even get me. I'm not gonna, get started on how much money they have printed for their people within their own circles of government and big corporations. You know what I mean? So don't act like, they're playing this game fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to get mad at people for accepting a stimulus check when they have been raped in taxes and everything by the government for, I feel like the government, to me, they almost feel guilty for what they've done to the American country and the American people. And they should feel guilty. Understand that they should feel very guilty. The people that we have chosen, our leaders, and the way that they performed as a whole, and like everything. You know what I mean? Like, It's one big scam, the banking system, and it mostly comes down to the financial system. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that is the scam, the biggest Ponzi scheme on earth is, and I don't care how you feel about it. It's true because look up true capitalism. Do your study, your own research on true capitalism, and you will see that we are not capitalists at all. We're not. So don't try to act like we are. You know what I'm saying? And you know that, like, if you can print money and give it to who you choose to give it to, you are not, that completely defies the definition of capitalist. So I don't understand how any capitalistic person can, because that you're so capitalistic, you want to give money, you don't want to accept your stimulus check. That bugs me out. I ain't gonna lie, that one bugs me out, man, for real. And yeah, make sure y'all go check out ethereal.com website. Like I said, if you want to support some black people doing the black business, like everybody in the world, in America, is acting like right now. And that's what I wonder. Have the spending on black businesses went up since all this things with black? I mean, everybody wants to help black people, right? But you don't want to spend your money with them, huh? That's very interesting. And I'm curious to see their sales results. You know what I'm saying? Like, are these people real? The people in the streets or not? Or they're just pushing another agenda? I don't know. We'll have to find out. Because are people spending their money with black businesses since all this has occurred? Because that's how you really support them, right? That's how you really support us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah. And what else do I have on the agenda? Oh, all right. Well, I came up with my 4 how to survive the zombie apocalypse, which, like I said, it potentially could get worse from now until 2022. And not to say it won't continue to get worse in 2022. When I say get worse, I mean not for you. This is why I'm making this video. So the reality is malleable, you know what I mean? And people can take this opportunity to create their own reality. So I have number 1, stay balanced, right? And then I have number 2, study harder, right? Number 3 comes straight from the zombie land, which is enjoy the little things. And number 4, create opportunity. And how do you create opportunity? Well, you research and you study harder. And that's how you create your own opportunities instead of waiting for opportunity to be presented. Because I feel like we have this ability as well. And the universe can present, and it will present opportunities as you create them. You know what I mean? Like, because you're always creating your opportunity. It doesn't matter if it's serendipity or not, that you were just in the right place at the right time. And yeah, so basically the end result of the government turning on the modern monetary faucet is freedom wins. You know what I'm saying? And people a lot, just like the industrial age, a lot of destruction, a lot of, you know what I mean, people dying from mining coal and building railroad tracks and things like Mount Rushmore. But a few good things have came from all this, right? And that's what we're going to see with the modern monetary theory, where, yeah, it's going to destroy the system and the dollar. It is. And that's why we have all these great things in play. And the nature's great thing was the original forms of money. You know what I mean? So we have the original forms of money, and also we have this new great form of digital money, since electricity and technology has risen so high in our lifetime that we have the ability to transact and keep track of money in an electronic system, which is, you know, the digital currency, or digital cash, which is Bitcoin, and a lot of the other good cryptos, right? And the wealth gap is already too large. You know what I mean? So if you have to gain, you can't understand, like the top. I don't care what side you're on. If you're on like the good side, the bad, it doesn't matter. They're all like, everything has to move in the same direction right now, and that's like the wealth gap is at its maximum extent, and it has to change. And I kind of know a couple ways in my mind how those things are going to change, and that's the motto of my whole last piece of the puzzle. That's been my motto since day one. So make sure that you're doing that motto as much as you can, because as modern monetary theory happens, as the faucet is turned on, and they're turning on the faucets, it just hasn't made it to the people yet. But that's what I mean. The most important thing that the people can do is study and create right now. You know what I'm saying? Get your pen and paper, study what you want to do, whether it could be anything. This world presents everything from medicine to art, you know what I mean, to hard work and labor, whoever, you know what I mean, and to mechanics, to machines, to electronics, to computers. I mean, like, it doesn't matter, but just make sure that you're creating your own platform and creating your own ability to generate currency, right? There's certain words I like to use because they make sense. I mean, when we say money, it means different. It's different than the currency. You see what I'm saying? Like, so make sure you're generating currency, and yeah. And I'm just checking to see if there's anything else that I had on the list today, and I don't think so, man. So yeah, this is Doc Blake with the last piece to the puzzle. I'll see y'all next time.